Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing The Supernatural Enhancements by Edgar Cantero. Edgar Cantero is a Spanish author. This is his first book and he actually decided to write it in English. It was published in 2014 and this is basically the story of this house called Axton House and some situations and events that happen in that house during the month of November and December of 1995. We have two main characters, A, that's all we know him by, and Neum. A is a 23-year-old who happens to inherit Axton House after the person that lived in it, Ambrose Wells, commits suicide. So right away when the story opens, A has just inherited the house. He moves in there with Neum, and they start noticing that some things are not quite right. There seems to be a ghost in the house, and he's having really strange, vivid dreams. Ambrose Wells, the owner of the house, led a very eccentric lifestyle. When he dies, not only does he leave the house to A, but he also leaves some clues / letters for some of the members of his society. And A and Neum find these and try to kind of unravel the mystery of the society, why the house has such a history, why Ambrose Wells did what he did, and why A is having all these vivid dreams. So the story is told in various documents and mainly A's diary and letters that he's writing to his Aunt Liza. Neum is a mute. She doesn't speak, she just writes notes. And so we see portions of her notes. We see transcripts, excerpts from books, audio recording transcripts, all kinds of things. And that's how the story is pieced together. So it's kind of a quick read because you're kind of just, reading dialogue like if it was a play, or reading excerpts from a diary or a letter, and it just naturally reads fast. It's also a mystery, so you kind of want to find out what's going on with Ambrose Wells. Why is he so weird? What's going on with the house? What's going to happen towards the end? What's the society all about? There's all these questions that you have as a reader, and you want to piece it together little by little and get to that big reveal. I really enjoyed the writing style. I was very impressed with Cantero and the fact that he decided to write this book in English. Cantero does play with the English language a little bit in this story. The way that he shapes a sentence was really interesting, and he uses a lot of great imagery. And I credit his writing style also with making all of the documents kind of work together. I feel like if you're just putting document after document and they don't work together, you're not going to have a really cohesive, interesting story that keeps you, engaged. And he managed to keep me engaged, and that's all credit to him and the way that he used the documents to his advantage and, the story's advantage, and how he's able to bring personality to these characters even though we're not really inside of their heads. Not all the time anyway. So I thought that was really interesting how he played with language and was able to write this in such a way that I was really engaged from the beginning. The only thing that I have to say is that the ending and how the big reveal happened, it was kind of disappointing in the sense that it came out of nowhere, kind of. After all of this build-up and the big reveal, something happens out of left field that changes the game, and you don't know how exactly it's going to end. So that was kind of disappointing to me. I felt like the big reveal would have been just as strong on its own, and we didn't really need all of this other drama. But I understand that Cantero wanted to add that in there so that we can get to the very, very end where we figure out kind of another little mysterious element that we didn't know about throughout the whole book. So there's kind of a surprise twist to the end, and although it didn't work perfectly for me, I just let it slide because I enjoyed the rest of the book so much. So just keep that in mind. If you don't like surprise twists, or if you don't like kind of plot twists that just come out of left field and that will ruin the book for you, then I don't recommend this to you. But if you can move past that, then I think you'll enjoy this book. Also, if you enjoy books like Illuminate or Night Film or House of Leaves, and you like that whole style of documents telling the story and piecing it together, then I highly recommend that you pick this up. Overall, I really enjoy the Supernatural Enhancements. Cantero is definitely a writer that I'm going to be looking out to see what he's going to put out next, because I do think that he had a lot of unique ideas with this book and that a lot of them worked. So I give a lot of credit to him because there's a lot to this book. Thank you so much for watching my review. Let me know down in the comments if you've read this book or if you've read any books similar to it that you would recommend to me. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.